All right, everybody, we have a request to do Winter 21, Test 1, Part 3, which is always nomenclature. And it's a molecule with stereocenters and a bicyclo. A very good choice. Always good to start a bicyclo question with your two dots. And I've had a student or a few students now say they really like those circles where you don't really have to draw things nice. So we need 6 dots between the dots going one way. We'll do the 6 dots shortly, 4 another way, and 3 another way. Make sure you put dots or else that's bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3. 1, 2, 3. And on, well, you decide which of the blue dots is carbon 1, entirely up to you. Bridge head has to be 1. If you decide that's 1, you have no choice for 2. It has to be in the biggest bridge, 2. And that's going to make this 7 and 8. And we have groups on 1 and 8, so I don't have to put any more numbers on here. Move this down so I can put a group on 1. The group on 8, though, is a tert heptal. Terts always start off with a chicken foot. Black. Minimum tert right there. That's 4. I need 7 carbons total, tert heptal. 3 more. Remember, you got to pick one of the carbons to be the rest of the chain and add 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Verify you've got a total of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. And then for the R sec nonil, our strategy for drawing a sec of any kind is to first draw 1 less than the name with a straight chain. That's 8 in this case. Draw octal. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the sec has a branch immediately. And now I think the groups are done. It's time to worry about stereocenters, which are half the credit on this question. Actually, they're a little more. There's 3 stereocenters. 3. Each one's 3/4 of a point. That is the policy in this class. That's 2.25 points out of the 4 have not been done yet. Let's do the 8, which needs to be S. And let's use the strategy we used on that former video with the chairs. Do the 1, 2, 3, 4. The 1 is the branched carbon. Which of the CH2s hits anything first? It's this one. It hits something on the 4th carbon. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, nothing special. 5, 6, 7. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, nothing special. So this one has a branch closer than all the other ones. It's the 2. This is a bigger bridge with no branches. It's the 4. The 3. Connect 1, 2, and 3. It needs to be R, but it currently is in an S scenario. What's your strategy? Don't put the 4 on a dash. It will be wrong. Put the 4 on a wedge. It will now be right. 4 on a wedge. I'll do that in pink. Now, every stereocenter in nomenclature, you have to draw a wedge and a dash. Pick one of the adjacent bonds to the wedge to be the dash. Do not pick this bond that is across from it. That is not a proper tetrahedron. If you put this on a dash, I will dock you a 1/4 point, and you'll get I don't know, it's a 1/2 point, sorry, and you'll get an illegal tetrahedron warning. We don't want it. You can put the dash here or here because they're adjacent to the wedge. So you want to go dash here. Please don't stop your dash there. Don't stop. You've just introduced a new carbon. If you stop there, there's a carbon there and there's not supposed to be. Make sure your dash goes all the way. There. Same for wedges. They got to go all the way to the carbon. Don't stop it there. Oh, you can't see that in the video, sorry. Don't stop your wedge here. You'll be putting a new carbon right there. You got to stop it at the end, right there. Just telling you these things because I see them every semester. I don't want to, so don't do them. It's much easier to grade things that are perfect. Everybody needs to be perfect. That's all. It's simple. I'm sorry. It's really a lot easier to grade if you're doing well. Okay. I want to go carbon 1. Wait, did I misread my own question? I misread my own question. I thought this was supposed to be the R. It's okay. This is now an educational opportunity. It was already S and it was supposed to be S. Sorry, I thought I was on carbon 1. Hey, when it already is the way it's supposed to be, number 4 on a dash, adjacent bond for the wedge. So the quick fix. Oh, that was nice. Number 4 on a dash. Notice it went all the way. And the wedge has to be adjacent. And just, just to be different, isn't this also adjacent? Isn't it? Yeah, they're adjacent. There's no bond between those bonds. There you go. Now it's S. Before it was R and you'd lose 3/4 of a point because 8 is supposed to be S. 1. Let's do number 1. The branched carbon is the 1. The carbon that hits a branch sooner is the 2. Of the remaining 2, the carbon that hits a branch sooner is the 3. And there's the 4.
Why the 3 in the right?
Well,
The 3 in the right.
there's CH2s 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're tied up until here. Tied up until there, okay? Next carbon, C with only 1 bond to C. Next carbon here, C with 3 bonds to C. This branch beats this branch. Okay. And I think we were lucky again. First time I was lucky and I didn't even see it because I messed up reading my own question. But this one already is R, isn't it? And it's supposed to be R. So I'm going to put the 4 on a dash. And adjacent for a wedge. This is adjacent, isn't it? I could have put a wedge here, but looking ahead, that's a Stereocenter too, and I'd have a wedge that's on this Stereocenter. I don't know if I want it to be a wedge on the other Stereocenter as well. So I avoided this bond. Now I'm going to the group that has a Stereocenter. See this? Doesn't R mean that's a Stereocenter? Isn't this the Stereocenter in the group? You better put the H on the Stereocenter, else you can't do it. Put the H on the Stereocenter. There's room right there. And it's the number 4 for sure, right? It's the 4. Can you tell me the 3? We're talking about this Stereocenter right here. The methyl. Why is this the one? Now you're seeing why I'm using colors, right? We got numbers everywhere. And then that's the one, it's got a branched carbon. And then the 2 is a CH2 that has another carbon. And the 3, you can think of it as a CH2 with another H, right? Isn't that what a CH3 is? CH2 with an H loses to a CH2 with a C. And I was lucky every time. This is supposed to be R, and currently it is R. 1, 2, 3 is R. 4 on a dash. Wedge adjacent. There you go. Once again, if any of the examples you were wrong, you would just put the 4 on a wedge and a dash adjacent. Okay, that's your quick fix. That way it's always the same system for doing Stereocenter this way. Learn how to do it now, and it gets easier and easier for the same points on every the next exam. The more you practice it now, the points start coming faster later. That's it. And that's that one. That's a beauty.